Every single day there's something new in the news for NASCAR. Moving car numbers forward on the next gen car, purposely running over cones, or a wide speculation of a NASCAR race taking place inside the LA Coliseum. And if you watch enough NASCAR, you're bound to witness something that's never happened before within a race. In this video, we explore some of the strangest NASCAR moments that happen for the first time. These are things that no one saw coming, and no one could have predicted them. And for the first time on this channel, we have a video sponsored by Skillshare. You've probably thought about becoming a YouTuber at one point or another. Well, Skillshare is an online learning community that can teach you anything from how to script and film your video, all the way to creating captivating edits. I took Marquez Brownlee's course on YouTube Success, and nearly everything he lists in that course is what I incorporate into these videos like the one you're watching right now. Whether you want to explore a brand new skill or develop an existing one further, Skillshare has classes that suit your level. The first 1,000 people to sign up with the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare so you can start exploring your creativity today. NASCAR racing in the rain is still a relatively new concept. With the implementation of rain tires, a windshield wiper, and a blinking red light in the back window, NASCAR can finally run road courses in the rain. And one of the first real tests of this was Circuit of the Americas in 2021. With a light drizzle, the race started out well, but as the rain picked up later on, visibility and hydroplaning became an issue. COTA's longest straightaway meant that it was the one part of the track where cars were going the fastest, but not being able to see and sliding in the fastest area of the track only meant an increase in danger. After a few giant crashes, especially this one between Cole Custer and Martin Truex Jr., NASCAR had to red flag the race to dry this portion of the track. Since NASCAR rarely races in the rain, a crash like this would have been hard to predict. This crash was really a first of its kind.
Oh, we got another one. Is that the 19?
Yep.
Same situation. Wow.
And right under him. Oh, and into the wall. It was the 40. Oh my gosh.
You would expect an area of grass to be completely smooth, with no hidden potholes or bumps. Carl Edwards found out that this was not the case when he destroyed his race-winning car while trying to celebrate. It turns out, the bumpiness in the grass is almost universal at all NASCAR circuits. In a truck race at Texas in 2017, your standard NASCAR crash was taking place on the front stretch, but when Timothy Peters slid through the grass at the wrong angle, a casual spin turned into an airborne mess. Let's face it, the last thing you would expect while sliding through an area of grass is to end up on your roof. This is why tracks like Charlotte Motor Speedway are exploring and implementing AstroTurf for their infields.
And this is Timothy Peters. Watch this ride.
At a Richmond night race in 2014, a crazy NASCAR fan decided that he wanted to watch the race from a bird's eye view. Without security noticing, he climbed to the top of the fence during a green flag run, where NASCAR then had to throw a caution to get him down. I'll have to check what the reason for caution is labeled in Racing Reference. Oh, it looks like security is the reason. It is kind of their fault. And while NASCAR fans have found their way onto tracks before, it's hard to recall a time where a fan just climbed the fence like Tony Stewart. There have been a handful of notable instances where other fans have attempted the same thing. I definitely never recommend doing this because it's completely unsafe.
Something happening that requires security help down in turn 4 on the spectator side of the fence. That would put said person in danger should something happen on the racetrack right there. I don't want to give it any more publicity than that. Let's just say it's somebody doing something stupid that's brought out the caution in the race.
Put it out, turn 4. I have a spectator climbing the fence. Security not doing their job. I climb over the damn fence.
Well, there you go. That's what it is. There's a spectator trying to climb up the crash fence in turn 4.
I think that's the first time there's been a caution for somebody climbing up on the fence.
2021 was NASCAR's first Cup race at the Indianapolis road course, and when NASCAR races somewhere for the first time, there's a fair chance of something going unexpectedly wrong. Although the 2020 and 2021 Xfinity races finished without a problem, in the middle of the Cup Series race a day later, the curb in turn 6 started tearing up splitters as drivers went over it. On lap 78, you can see debris flying from the general area of the curb. Then, a lap later, the same curb caused William Byron, Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, and others to slide uncontrollably. This is one of very few times that a curb has ruined the finishes of NASCAR's best drivers. If we really wanted to, we could probably add this to the weird areas at NASCAR tracks video.
All of that contact between the two leaders is allowed. Oh, the 24 is spinning. The 24's there's multiple cars into the wall here. There must be oil or some kind of fluid down on the racetrack right there in turn. We got more cars coming in.
William Byron is reporting that the curb came up. He hit the curb in the 24.
The seventh caution in the 2012 Daytona 500 was for David Strimme spinning out in turn 3. And when the broadcast comes back to the race after a commercial break, they find out that Juan Pablo Montoya unintentionally hit the jet dryer. This quote from Darrell Waltrip summed it up best.
Well, I've seen a lot of things, but I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this.
And neither had any NASCAR fans. Sure, safety vehicles have been hit in the past, but what makes this stand out is that it took nearly 2 hours to clean up the ignited fuel spill during the Daytona 500. 2021 held NASCAR's first race on the Bristol dirt track. By lap 170, the dirt got so dry that visibility would quickly go to 0 on every restart. As a result of the crashes, NASCAR made the decision to do single file restarts on the fly. It worked out, but during the green flag run that finished stage 2, the visibility was still awful from the perspective of the fans. A red flag was held in the middle of the race to add water to the track's surface. While it didn't make the biggest difference, that track preparation was good enough to continue the rest of the race safely. And after a problem-free truck race, the mid-race dust storm in the Cup Series was certainly something no one saw coming in NASCAR's return to dirt. In 2014's Atlanta night race, Kevin Harvick had a black cat run across the track in front of him during a green flag run. Black cats are sometimes a symbol for bad luck, as referred to by the announcers.
Almost hit a cat. Cat just ran right in front of me. He said they had one in the infield.
Hope it wasn't a black one.
Yeah.
He's had pretty good luck so far.
However, it didn't seem to affect Harvick because while he didn't win the race, he won the Cup Series championship just 3 months later. And for some cultures, black cats are actually seen as lucky, so maybe that's the effect it had for Harvick. We've seen groundhogs, foxes, and rabbits break into NASCAR tracks, but for a cat to be added to that list really made it a first of its kind. NASCAR videos are popping off in 2021, and we recently passed 50,000 subscribers, and at the rate you guys are consuming these videos, it'll likely hit 100k sooner or later. And the like goal on the previous video, I don't even know what to say because it was blown out of the water. And while I won't beg for your subscription, here's another video you can watch and maybe make your decision there.